Go. Hi everyone, my name is Serena Kim,
And my name is Mayuri Gupta.
and today we're going to talk about going to college. As you can see, some pictures of colleges are shown in this slide. The middle picture is our college, which is called Rice University. So to introduce, what is college?
College essentially is an institution of higher education. This means that once we've completed high school, we can continue our studies by going to college.
That's exactly right. And in college, we can choose to focus on studying a specific subject. For example, I chose to study psychology.
And I chose to study neuroscience.
And college generally lasts 4 years. We usually live on the college campus or in an apartment near the college with our friends.
Exactly. Also, the classes in college are very different from high school. We can choose to take as many classes as we want, and most of the studying for classes is done outside of class time.
And as a result, we have to be very self-disciplined and motivated.
But overall, college is generally supposed to be difficult and fun at the same time.
So now we're both going to talk briefly about our own experiences for why we chose to attend college and specifically to attend Rice University.
Hey, Serena. So did you see yourself going to college when you were in high school? What did you think you could gain from college?
I always saw myself going to college to get further education after high school. I had many guest speakers, really inspirational people coming to my school to talk about attending college and how that would provide me with a wide range of both social and academic experiences, which would better prepare me for the real world, as well as opening up many opportunities for different career paths. Indeed, that has been very accurate so far. Learning from those who are more experienced than me, such as counselors and professors who are experts that specialized in one field, was a really attractive idea for me. And being in college is also really different from high school in that you can pick a major and or a minor and take classes that are relevant to it, as Miriam touched on earlier. In college, you typically pick one or two of these fields and then find a subfield within it that you want to study more about. For instance, I chose psychology, which is under the social sciences, and I take classes primarily in this subject because this is what I enjoy learning about. How about you, Mayuri?
Well, I also always saw myself going to college. I studied high school in Singapore where going to college was not a question. Everyone was assumed and expected to go to college. I realized at a young age that going to college was important to me because many jobs require at least a college degree, if not more. With high school, I would be stuck with very low paying jobs that I would not like for the rest of my life. And to me, college was worth the investment of achieving my dream job. Also, there are several studies showing that the number of years of education correlate with one's overall salary and with their life satisfaction. I knew that I wanted that better life for me, and therefore I chose to go to college. For example, you can see from this chart here that people who have more years of education have a lower unemployment rate and a higher salary in general. So, Serena, did you want to go to a school close to home or in a different part of the country?
Yeah, I have always wanted to go to a college near my home because I don't particularly like to travel long distances and have to pack my things, unless, of course, it's boarding a flight to go on a vacation. Having to pack my things and traveling for hours to settle into a university sounded a bit too much of a hassle for me. I was also reluctant to face additional costs in traveling to a different state or even a foreign country for college. And I like the college educational system and environment in the US. I also wanted to be near home because I wanted more frequent interaction with my family, especially since my mom lacks in her English skills and I've always had to help her out with things such as making phone calls or filing out paperwork and submitting them for different things. And that's really important for me to do for my family. I also often help my younger sister out with her schoolwork, and I have side jobs such as tutoring in my neighborhood that I've had for such a long time and that I want to keep. I really enjoy the familiarity of my current environment but I also don't feel like a native Houstonian just yet and feel that there are more places here that I've yet to explore and discover. I may be biased in saying this though, because just like Mayuri, I've spent a lot of time outside the US, such as in South Korea and the UK. And so, probably in comparison to most US students who were raised here, I probably have a smaller urge to go far from home to pursue college education. And this is my lovely home, Houston. How about you, Mayuri? Did you want to go to a school close to home or in a different part of the country or even outside of the country?
Well, so I made my choice based on my desired quality of life and based on my long-term career goals. I knew that I did not want to stay in my country, Singapore, for the rest of my life. Although I absolutely loved Singapore, I knew that the only reason I loved it was because I was surrounded in an international bubble around the expats of Singapore. The true local life of Singapore was very different, and I thought that I would be happier in the US compared to Singapore as a long-term place of residence. I then realized that in order to become a doctor in the US, students are required to have completed college and medical school in the US. I therefore realized that I would have to therefore study college in the US. This helped me pick the US as a place where I would want to go to college. This picture shows my previous home, Singapore. This brings me to another question. Serena, did you want to go to a big school or to a small school? Why or why not?
Personally, I wanted to attend a smaller school, which I believe Rice is, because it's often easier to obtain opportunities when there are less people at your school, because there is less competition for different academic or even extracurricular positions. The classroom sizes are also smaller, so it's easier to interact more frequently with your professors and even classmates, and this means you may get more attention from them. And this also means that you get a more personalized learning experience. The on-campus resources also face less competition if there are less students. So this aspect of not having to worry about whether there are enough resources for me as well as other students was really important and crucial in my college decision-making process. Additionally, I attended a really large public high school, so I wanted a change in pace and scenery. So that's why I selected Rice, again, a very small university. As for you, Mayuri, if you move from Singapore to the US, the financial burden must be bigger than most other students because the US dollar is more expensive. How do you expect to pay for college? What kind of budget do you allot for your tuition? Would you consider taking out loans for an expensive school if you think you can use college to get a high paying job?
That is a great question. So yes, I actually studied in a very well-known elite international high school in Singapore. Unfortunately, the tuition cost of my high school was $40,000 per year, which is almost the same as many US universities. So essentially, my family was paying 4 years of college level tuition before I even went to college. Additionally, I have a twin brother who went to the same high school as me. And therefore, my family was paying close to $80,000 just for high school tuition alone for all 4 years before I even started college. Although this really helped me further my education, this financially burdened my family when it came to college. So instead, I ended up taking a 50% loan for my tuition at Rice University. Although I got a near full scholarship at another university, I chose to take the greater financial burden at Rice University because I know that Rice University has excellent education and that it is an ideal school for pre-medical students like me. So yes, I did take loans for an expensive school because I hope and I believe that I can use the experiences that Rice gives me in order to get a high-paying job in the future.
This is really novel information to me. Are you taking any strategies to reduce your loads for the future?
Yes, I am. First, I'm trying to complete my university in 3 years instead of 4. I currently believe I'm on track for this, and hopefully that will save me 1 year of tuition. I'm also planning to stay at home when classes are online, so I can save money on housing and dining. Furthermore, I plan to mostly try and attend a Texas medical school, which has very low rates of tuition compared to other more expensive medical schools.
That's really useful and interesting to know. Thank you very much for sharing. I hope that our varying perspectives gave you a better insight into why or why not to attend college.
Yes, so to summarize, college is an institution of higher education, which we attend after high school. In college, we study a subject that we want to in depth for 4 years. In college, we can live with friends and the classes are much more flexible. Overall, it's difficult, but it's also very fun.
However, when deciding whether to go to college and which college to attend, you must consider your priorities. Why is going to college good for you? Do you want to be nearby or far away? Do you want to be in a big school or in a small school? How much of a financial burden are you willing to take?
I hope you walk away from this video with new insights and new questions about your next steps towards going to college. Thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Serena Kim at sjk5@rice.edu or to Mayuri Gupta at mhg1@rice.edu. I really hope that you enjoyed us sharing our experiences about college to you. Thank you.